Hello, good morning. I'm testing my mic. I seldom use this mic, but in the later days, I want to use it more because when I edit my videos, it is difficult to balance the audio if I do not use a mic. Hope it helps. So today, let's do a makeup chit chat. I want to talk a lot. So let's get started because today is our official working day after the long holiday, our national holiday and mooncake holiday. It lasted about 7 days in total, but because before the holiday I asked several days off, I enjoyed much longer holiday, maybe almost 2 weeks. First, let's talk about yesterday night. Yesterday night, I almost did not sleep. Maybe because my two roommates were making some noise outside of my little room. They were making, the step sound in the living room between their rooms and the bathroom. I went to bed at around 10 p.m., but until 1 o'clock, I could not sleep. But I told myself the night would be a sleepless night. So I downloaded the TikTok to help me relax my body. I felt that my body was stiff. So I wanted to use TikTok to distract my my body's stiff feeling. It helped a little bit. I finally got a little bit of sleep from around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. I got up at 7 a.m. So a sleepless night. The reasons why I could not sleep last night was not just because my roommates were making some noise, and it also, because I forced myself to sleep at around 10 p.m. I just told myself, oh, you must sleep at around 10 p.m. or it would influence your body's health. I think this concept, made me nervous, made me sleepless. I should change it. I should relax my body. Okay, let's talk about my experience when I went hometown, Shandong province, especially Jinan city. I went to Jinan city where my sister and her husband, her children are living now. My hometown is not in Jinan city because I bought an apartment several years ago in Jinan city. I needed to go there to get some ownership certificate of this apartment. So I went there to deal with this issue. This issue was completed just before our mooncake holiday. Mooncake Day. Our mooncake day was on September 29th. At that time, I wanted to come back to Shanghai because my two nephews are so naughty and they always make a lot of, noises in the apartment. I did not have a bed to sleep. I slept in their couch. On September 29th, in the early morning, when I was sleeping in the couch, I heard that my sister was having a call with my mom. I mentioned earlier in my video, I have a bad relationship with my parents, with my family members, especially with my mom. I have the childhood emotional neglect problem. So when I heard that she wanted to go back to visit my parents, I did not want to go. I did not want to meet my parents, especially my mom. I didn't want to meet her at all. I really, really wanted to come back to Shanghai on that day. Later on, I made the final decision. I would come back to Shanghai without going back to my parents' home with her. So I told my sister that, oh, today I would come back to Shanghai. I want to change my original ticket, which was on October 2nd. My sister was not happy. She was angry. And she asked me, when did you make this decision? I lied to her. I said, yesterday night, I made this decision that I would come back to Shanghai on September 30th. So I quickly checked the tickets app to see if there were some available tickets for me to come back to Shanghai. Fortunately, there were still tickets left, so I immediately changed my ticket. I know that she was angry, but I wanted to follow my own decision. I really did not want to meet my mom. I did not want to experience the childhood trauma in front of her. Every time I go back to my parents' home, I feel nervous. I feel I become that little girl who was neglected by my mom, by my relatives, by my family members. In recent years, I had been reading a lot of psychology books, especially about childhood emotional neglect books. As more books I am reading, I have more struggles inside. I do not want to go back to my parents' home. I do not want to meet them. Before, I have a very strong self-esteem. Even now, when I go back home during the Spring Festival, I can still feel the neglect from my parents, from my mom. Even though that I go back home once in a year and I only stay at home for about 3 or 4 days. Every time I meet them, I am hurt by them, neglected by them. My mom always speaks some bad words about me, sometimes in front of me, sometimes behind me. She never praises me. She always says that, oh, Lydia is not pretty. Lydia does not have a good job. Lydia does not have a boyfriend yet. Blah, blah, just like this. She always says these words. When I was a child, when I heard these words, I believed her. I believed that, oh, how bad I was. I am influenced a lot in my life and in my work by those, bad words from her. That's the reason why I refuse to meet her, why I tell myself to stay at home just for 3 days or even 2 days. I have a lot of bad memories in my childhood. When I was born, I was given to my aunt as soon as I was born on that day. When I was 7, I was brought back to my original family. I went to school, went to middle school, college, but I do not feel that I'm part of this family. Even though that my parents, give me materials like money, food, clothes. I don't feel that they are my family members. I feel that my aunt is my family members. I have a more close relationship with my aunt. I miss my aunt, but I never miss my mom. So weird. Yesterday night, I was watching a YouTube video talking about the childhood emotional neglect. There are some ways she talked about to, deal with this trauma, childhood trauma. All of those traumas she described in that video are just me. I have all of those traumas. Now my life is sometimes misery. I am high sensitive. I am pleasing almost everybody. I have low self-esteem. I can't be social with others. I suffer a lot. When I have problems in my life, in my work, because of those traumas, I hate my childhood. Hate is a heavy word. In 2019, I had a very serious fight with my sister. I was crying on the street. I shouted to her. I was suffering from my childhood. You don't know what happened to me, and you would never understand me. I was crying a lot. So because of these traumas, I decided to live very far away from any of the family members. I even do not contact them, including my cousins. One of my cousins is now living in Shanghai also, but I've never contacted with her. I just do not want to have any contact with my original families. I try not to think about my childhood very often, but sometimes I just could not help thinking of those traumas. Even in my dreams, I fight with my mom. I have a very bad quarrel with her. When I think of my family members, I always think the fight between us, the disagreements between us. You know that my life in Shanghai now is not good. I can't afford one apartment in Shanghai. I still do not want to go to my hometown. I'm always alone. I'm not used to be around with people. I'm improving myself by reading a lot of books, by meditating, by working out, by eating healthy foods, by trying to make friends, by trying to make intimate relationships. Hope all of my hard work will be worthy. Every time I talk about this topic, I want to cry. I really want to run away from this, but I think in my whole lifetime, it will be a very, very hard time. Now I just want to live my own life.